The lead who's been thinking about buying from you today is gone tomorrow and will be gone forever. Now, I'm making this video because you've already been losing out on so much money in the past couple months and years that you haven't even been realizing by the thing that I'm going to explain you in today's video. And to be honest, we can change nothing about that, absolutely nothing. The only thing that you can do is watch this video where I'm going to explain you 3 steps on how to shorten your conversion cycle to make people make decisions quick so you extract that money from them so you can give and provide them the solution. But if you don't watch this video to the end, you'll keep losing out on money. And I think you know that. That was a perfect marketing line, actually. I like that one. I'm gonna keep that in mind for myself. But besides all the jokes, it's very important to do a couple things. And the first thing is I always respond in minutes, not hours. If you respond within minutes, you maintain people's emotional state. You allow people to stay in their emotional state to make certain decisions. When you reach out to people and they interact with you, they're in a certain emotional state. When people watch your content, they're in a certain emotional state. When you have a conversation with them, they're in a certain emotional state. So the only way to solve this problem and make them make decisions, make them take decisions super quick, is you don't want to let them wait, because when they go off that conversation, when they go do something else and they go watch somebody else's video, they are in a different emotional state. That's why when that happens, you want to give them small yeses, small confirmations as quickly as possible within that appointment setting process, because that is what builds trust. It's like when you go on a date, you have one date, and that one date gives you an impression of the girl, always. Now, that impression is what makes you decide if you want to go on a second date or not. But that's not only for you. It makes the girl decide if she wants to go on a second date with you. So you have to leave the right impression, right? So when you're in a conversation with someone through the DMs, you must leave the right impression while they're in that emotional state to get them back into it tomorrow. That's the first thing. The second thing, I never end an open conversation. I never end with no answers. I want clarity. I never end with the unknown. Unknown is the worst thing that can ever happen. You date a girl, it's like, do you know she's into you? You don't know if you're into her. She doesn't know if you are into her. Fucked. It's an absolute problem. That's why communication is extremely important to make a very precise decision. Now, sometimes it's okay to be unclear while people are in that emotional state. That's where you process the thoughts. That's where you get closer to the outcome. But especially in business, at the end, you want a yes, you want a no, or you want next steps with time attached. It's the only 3 things you're looking for. If you're not, they have the time to think about something else. If you give them the opportunity to go away, experience somebody else's content, or do something else, whatever the fuck they want to do, right? Go off and eat some food, then they have time to gather new information, to rethink their decision, taking them further away from making a decision with you because they create a paradox of choice. They have more options now. And the worst thing that you can have is more options, because the more options, the harder it is for people to make a decision. The third thing, scarcity in the way you create offers. If there is no reason for people to buy today, they won't buy today. So you must give them a reason to buy today. Now you can do several things. From the technical perspective, when you have one offer that you sell all the time, the offer gets boring. So you can either change your offer, or you can either create a special, unique offer. And this needs to be in line with urgency. And here's the point of creating scarcity by default. When you constantly create scarcity in the offers that you're presenting to people, it doesn't feel like it's a normal offer that is always available. When you are always available in life to your friends, to your family, to everyone, you decrease your value. It happens the exact same in business with offers. When people feel like something is always available, there's time, right? So when you constantly have scarcity leverage within your offer, whether that's a limited amount of spots, and you prove people that that is the case, that's the point. It's not about fake scarcity, it's about real scarcity by constantly proving people that you make a point, that you don't take on new people, or maybe you don't take on new people for that offer. You're good. Because then people feel the urgency of making a decision instead of constantly waiting. What you want to do every single time you have some form of interaction with people is you want to shorten the gap between interest and decision making. So there is no in between. They can do anything else. And that's how you become rich. That's why even with the profile funnel that we run, we have conversion cycles that are anywhere between 24 hours to 7 days instead of 2 weeks to 3 months. Because I guarantee the person that wants to buy from you today doesn't want to buy from you again in a week. Some people do. Yes, of course they do. There are people that want to buy from you now and from you in a year from now. But we're here to monetize. We're here to make as much and squeeze as much money as possible in the most transparent and honest way. And if you can't find a system to do that, you won't be able to build an evergreen system. You'll never be able to make that happen. The reason I got to this topic is because I talked about it with our clients yesterday. If you want this call recording from our clients, send me a message on Instagram, because there I laid it out in complete technical analysis of what you should implement to make this go extremely hard and to make this hit on the prospect that you're talking to constantly. I can send it over to you. Just send me a message on Instagram. It will be very easy. I love to talk about these topics. It's fucking great. I think this is like such an important topic that people, like, you know what it is? It's like, these things are things that people normally don't talk about, but that's the exact reason why they're not making money, because the only fucking thing they think about is, I need to book more appointments. Yes, you do, but that's not the only thing that matters in life. When you solve all the other external and internal problems of your company, you will never be able not to make money. You can add as much fucking traffic you want, but when you have the right offer, the right pricing, the right messaging, the right customer that you attract, it becomes so much more easy. Send me a message on Instagram and I'll get back to you.